So, a little bit east on 30th Street, there's the bridge where they're hanging out. I'm happy to see that up here on the north side of the street, somebody's obviously been taking a little bit of care of them, because there's some water dishes and little pieces of bread. And while there's conflict about feeding them, there have been a lot of reports about sick pigeons over here, and pigeons that have not been able to function because of oil on their feathers. So I don't know, maybe it's one of my fellow rescuers, but I'm really happy somebody's looking after these guys until we can be sure that they're in good shape. Here is a wonderful place. There are a few nests and it's protected with a roof. It's part of the post office where these trucks park. And they up on these ledges, there's a little baby or one of the parents keeping eggs warm. And then there's some more. I'm really not sure of different postures and markings, but I will learn seeing things like this. One of the postal drivers pointed it out to me, and everybody's feeding the pigeons around here, so I'm so glad I don't have to worry about these guys anymore. It's such a nice place for them to raise their family. So my little group here that I was throwing seeds out, after I left, they came on down, and I'm just inspecting. There's one bird with a infected foot, but it looks like it will. It looks like it will be okay. It'll just have a stump, which is okay. And there's another one with a dropped wing, which I've seen before, but yeah, I think it's a she. She's getting beautiful. But she can fly, so I don't need to check in about her. There's my girl on the right with the dropped wing, which usually means something's broken in there. But she's pecking away, and hopefully, since she's getting sort of close, I assume she's not in terrible pain, and she's still getting pursued by this guy. So I'm feeling pretty good about her. There's a guy who's pretty roughed up, so I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like his feathers are wet, but they won't dry, so he could be one of the oil birds that was reported over here, but hopefully he's not too badly affected. Here's my string guy. You can see his foot has some white, indicating an infection, and then the other foot has a black string around it, which I hope doesn't get tight enough to cut off circulation. Poor little guy. So keep an eye on him. Here's a guy I don't usually see in the city. I think it's a catbird based on the tail and the color, but it isn't quite the same as the other ones I saw. So hopefully it'll get closer and I can get a good picture. Here's a group of baby starlings. They're all brown and they don't have the distinctive yellow beak yet, or the iridescence. They kind of ran away when I got close, which was very smart of them. Here's a bunch of guys who are pecking around in the grass. Maybe for seeds, and maybe this is where somebody feeds them. That's something I've never seen, a starling just kind of resting, sitting down and resting on the ground. Oh dear, maybe something's wrong. Hopping. But can fly. So good. This is a very sweet place on 24th and 8th Avenue, where starlings and pigeons are poking around in the grass, and mostly the pigeons are resting over there. They're hanging out. And it's lovely. I didn't know they did that so much on the ground. Well, maybe it's the babies, because I know that once they fledge, they really like to find places that resemble it a little bit. I noticed that with my mourning dove, so it's possibly the same thing.